If the modern world had a soundtrack, what would it be? It's no secret that we live in a technologically centric society. Most of our daily happiness seems to stem from that incoming text message. While these small rewards may seem harmless, their short-lived satisfaction leave us constantly wanting more. In other words, we're addicted to something that is never truly enough. So what's the solution?
No technology, no alcohol, no coffee, no yummy foods, no breathing.
Roy, we are doing the dopamine detox for 24 hours. Truth be told, we've become a culture where things in small doses aren't enough. I mean, think about it. There once was a time where the highlight of our week was getting to go to Blockbuster for that one movie. Nowadays, we watch Netflix, and instead of one episode, we binge an entire season. Or have 5 cups of coffee instead of 1. Okay. You done?
Yeah.
So this detox was really created to reset our threshold, to get us out of our comfort zone. I mean, Roy and I, we are working 18-hour days, and most of those hours were dependent on technology.
And coffee.
And coffee. We wanted to see how we would do without these things in our lives. How would we interact? How would we be able to cope?
Now for some ground rules. There are various versions of the dopamine detox, but we've decided to go with the one that made the most sense for what we're trying to accomplish, which is to gain pleasure in activities that will benefit us in the long term.
I think that this is a good moment to bring up that we are not necessarily detoxing from dopamine, which is one of our body's neurotransmitters. This is more about detaching from the things that we think make us happy and that bring us no long-term gain. According to psychiatrist Dr. Cameron Seppa, who created the dopamine detox, dopamine is just a mechanism that explains how addictions can become reinforced and makes for a catchy title. The title's not to be taken literally.
So now that we got this out of the way, let's begin.
Oh my God.
We're doing it.
Hold on. I know what I had to print.
It's done. No phone for 24 hours.
It is 9:15.
15.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Carly messaged me.
Babe! Are you ready?
9:23. Ready?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I don't like this.
So what now?
Nothing, and that's the whole point. As Seppa has described, the idea is that by allowing ourselves to feel lonely or bored or to find pleasures in doing simpler and more natural activities, we will regain control over our lives. What happened to finding joy in the simple things? When did we stop being able to be content with just ourselves, with each other?
Pretty much just been...
Really doing like nothing.
I mean, we've been talking.
And by talking, we mean Tiffany talks and Roy gives Tiffany one-word answers. Why are you talking? I'm doing all the talking that this is.
Because this is a listening type of conversation.
Yeah? In 10 seconds, what's the funniest thing that ever happened to you?
The funniest thing, I met you. Oh, that's a burn.
And that's the end of story time with Tiff and Roy.
Dun dun da da da.
Dun 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 da da da.
No, it's not. It's porque no los dos. Pa 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 da. No.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Dum 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 da da dum.
Para bailar la bamba. That's what you were thinking of.
Hard and soft tacos. Feed your fiesta.
Dun 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 da da dum.
Dun dun da dun.
Old El Paso.
Tiffy, go to sleep.
Leave me be.
You want me to turn the lights off?
Alexa.
I think she's off.
You turned Alexa off?
No take.
How are we gonna turn off the lights?
Good night. Tiff's asleep. I feel like I'm at a friend's house, waiting for them to wake up. Bored. It is what it is. I'm gonna go work out. Working out was the toughest part. At first I thought it was just me being tired, but I noticed that the lack of tech and coffee was really getting to me. My brain started telling me negative thoughts like, you can't do this, you can't keep going, just stop. I realized that my happiness threshold was so heightened by work and phone and coffee that this workout had no effect on me. It's no wonder that I haven't worked out in ages. I was so consumed by work and my phone that I didn't feel the need to work out. Morning.
I wasn't happy waking up. That was the hardest part. I never noticed this, but the thing that makes me want to wake up is to like look at my phone and to like see who messaged me.
So how are you so jolly, dude? I'm like depressed over here.
I'm with you. Oh God, you smell bad.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a walk now, so.
We never go on walks. And somehow when we cut out technology, we suddenly were on a walk. And we found a way to be fulfilled in the things that really mattered as opposed to things like YouTube and our text messages, things that we won't remember we did in a week's time. But that walk, that's something I think I'm gonna remember for a while, even if Roy didn't talk to me.
Do you see how he doesn't talk unless I start the conversation?
I can talk, I feel really down. I feel like my whole brain is gone depressed.
Because you don't have coffee.
I don't know.
Do you see how much you would need other substances in order to feel normal?
Roy said I was addicted, but I'm pretty convinced now that he's the one who's addicted. He's the one with the issue. I'm not.
I will talk more. I will play less with the camera. I promise. You don't deserve that. Forgive me?
They have dust on them. The fly.
Oh! Oh! Did you get it?
No, I don't know where it went.
Oh.
Can you learn how to kill a bug?
Yeah.
When are you gonna learn how to
Okay,
kill a bug?
next time I see it, I'll kill it. I promise you.
She forgives me. Mwah.
You smell, baby.
Yep.
You smell.
Embrace it.
Tiffany took a tiny nap.
I realized we defrosted the chicken. I don't have the recipe.
What?
I left the recipe on my phone.
Welcome to Cooking with Roy. I'm going to be making some meatballs today with chicken. As you can see, we have some potato here. You have to peel it like so with a swift motion. You can do it fast, you can do it slow. Babe, I think the fly is back.
Kill it.
I don't see it. You just flew past me.
Kill it.
I have a beautifully peeled potato. Now that we have our 2 potatoes, we do the following. Tiffany, you chop them up. What does a food processor look like? Chef Tiffany's taking over. I do not allow that, but. So the next step to the meatballs.
There's the fly. It's crazy to think that just a mere 2 days ago, we were ordering out or just heating food really, really quickly so that we could just continue working. Right now, we were finally able to spend the quality time that we've been yearning to have for a really long time. Normally, we set aside the time to do that on vacation, but in reality, we're able to do this in our everyday lives. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really
Wait,
want.
you have to actually like try.
Okay.
What is that? I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell me
At the end of the day, it sometimes takes disconnecting in order to reconnect. It takes quieting out the noise and rewriting our life soundtrack in order to hear the thoughts that we had silenced somewhere along the way.
That was fun.
Getting old. You see, in life, there is never the right time to slow down. As human beings, we seem to find a million excuses as to why we can't stop. But in reality, shutting off our phones and staying away from our daily rituals doesn't mean life has stopped. If anything, it often means our life can begin. The truth is, our time here is limited. It isn't promised. And even though this is a fact of life, we somehow forget to look up from our screens and to look out into what we have in front of us. And when we finally do, I think we find that what we have in front of us is pretty spectacular. I don't know what I'm more excited about, eating this or opening my phone. Ready?
I don't have battery.
No, that sucks.
I'll be right back.
this feels
And we are done. I all of a sudden have all this energy.
Now what? You want coffee?
No.
All in all, would we do this again? Probably not.
No, but I do understand now that I don't need to have as many cups of coffee. I don't need to be on the computer as many hours of the day. And that's something I forgot, and I appreciate you for pushing me to do this.
I think it's important to remember that happiness doesn't only exist in things like technology. Although I do think it is important to have little motivations throughout the day. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I think when we start to abuse those stimulants, that's when we run into trouble.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you try this too. If you do, let us know. We want to know how it went. And make sure to subscribe and like the video. Are you ready, baby? I'm clearly the only one who learned something here.